When we're evaluating our strengths, especially during a crisis like this, when we have time to pause, how should we define our strengths? And the reason I bring this up is because I think you and I, we had this discussion before. The things that give me strength, I mean, some of it at least, is also something that drains me. So which begs the question if it's actually a strength.
Yeah, no, so it's a really good point. So I will start off with the sort of definition of our strengths, and then we can sort of lead on to the kind of draining thing. So our strengths are they're things that we're good at, things we perform well in. They're also things that energize us. So, for example, if you imagine, we've all got things we can do. So, for example, I can do some Excel spreadsheet analysis. I know how to. I can absolutely get by doing that. I can also stand up and do a training course, in front of lots of people. I can sort of be there facilitating the group and encouraging discussion. I can do both of those things, and actually you'd probably find both of those things on my CV. Right. However, if you were to sort of say, right, today on Monday you're going to spend the whole day doing spreadsheet analysis, and on Tuesday you're going to spend a day facilitating a group. On Monday evening, I would be a little bit forlorn. I'd be probably slightly rocking, and I would be drained. I would be probably feeling a bit grumpy, and I would not be Ellie on fire. I would be like, I've done this analysis, I've got it done. Please don't make me do that too often. If you saw me on the Tuesday evening, I'd probably have a big smile on my face. I'd probably be sort of flushed and happy and chatting to everybody, and you'd probably find me in this slight whirlwind of a room with flip charts everywhere and post-it notes. But what you'd see is sort of me on a good day, and they're both things I can do. So I could say, within my sort of toolkit, my professional toolkit, or on my CV, I can do some analysis and I can do some facilitation. One of those is a clear strength of mine, which is the facilitation, and that's because when I do it, I perform well. And it energizes me. So that kind of feeling of, the day's flown by, I'm buzzing. That's amazing. So that's sort of the principle of our strengths. So what's really useful for us to do is to identify what are those things that energize us, and that so for me, I feel like Ellie on a great day. It's finding out what those things are. But to your point about the draining, so no matter how much I love the facilitation, and that day, that Tuesday I described to you, if you said to me, Ellie, next month we're rolling out this new thing at work, what I need you to do is I need you to deliver that training 5 days a week for the whole month, so 20 days back to back of facilitation. Is that okay? Now, the risk there is that what you would do is you would take my energizing strength and you would overplay it. Basically I'd have facilitated myself into exhaustion. And by the end of that month, again, I would be able to do it. But what I would find is that my energy levels would be affected. So by the end of the month, I probably wouldn't be loving the facilitation so much. And certainly I would need a break from it. And so I guess it's that principle of find the things you can do them well, and they energize you. But then use them wisely. So use them, and you'll have, that's not my only strength, thankfully, so that I can do some other things that will also energize me. And I think it's about mixing it up so that you're doing different activities that you enjoy, that you perform well at, and they energize you. And we can all do the other things, right? There'll be times I need to do some analysis, and there'll be some times I need to do other things, and almost our competencies or our sort of qualities, the other things we can do, you can still draw on those. But I think it's about making sure, particularly at a time like this, it's really like, let's examine what we're good at, what energizes us, and then look at how we can play to those strengths and how we can draw on them at a time like this to sort of help us through.